Speaking of moving from silver to gold, you've overwhelmed us with your generosity. Our goal for the December auction was $40,000. You donated more than $70,000. This event and special purpose giving have allowed us to build the sports court from last year's Booster-thon and make minor improvements to the buildings and grounds. We are breaking ground soon on the fire lane, 2 Class A sand volleyball courts, and a combination baseball, softball field. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 2 major events remain for the year, a Booster-thon and a golf tournament. We need your continued generosity. As you know, during a recent freeze, a water pipe burst in the ceiling of the annex building, flooding the building. In a whirlwind Sunday, we relocated 4 classes from the annex building to temporary locations in other buildings. We're now trying to decide if we are simply going to repair the building or perhaps totally renovate the building, setting us up for the next 20 years. Repair or renovate? That is the question. If you or your child's grandparents are interested in this project, please reach out to me or Caleb Rudolph, our advancement coordinator. This is a great opportunity to make lemonade out of the lemons. So now we come to the very core of our school, academics. Loving the Lord with all your mind is a command to approach academics with excellence. We want to raise a generation of influencers prepared to thrive in the halls of homes, in the halls of churches, businesses, hospitals, courthouses, and even in the halls of Congress. Let's hear from an alum of OCS, our very own Sarah Rozier.
There's no doubt I've enjoyed many blessings in my life, and one of the biggest ones is certainly my career. If I did not attend OCS, my life may have taken a different path. I'm a graduate of the OCS class of 2001. I came to OCS my sophomore year of high school. Before that, I was at a public school, and much to my parents' chagrin, I was kind of coasting towards graduation. It wasn't until I came to OCS that I really started valuing my education, and a lot of that has to do with the teachers there and the environment that they create. I remember my first teacher that kind of made an impact on me was Mrs. Westland. She taught algebra, which is probably my least favorite subject, but her encouragement really helped me to kind of believe in myself. Mrs. Hayes was my English teacher and really taught me how to write a research paper, which really helped me in college and beyond. I grew up in a political family, so we would talk politics all the time, but I never really paid that much attention to it. My senior year, however, I was in Mrs. Sanders' government class, and I remember she used to make us every Friday bring in news clips from the previous week that we thought were interesting and talk about them. That also happened to be my senior year, which was the 2000 presidential election between George W. Bush and Al Gore. And I remember staying up all night waiting for a concession speech that never came. That's when I really knew that politics was what I wanted to do. And it was because of the OCS family that I was able to go to Howard Payne University. There was a gentleman that went to the school, Mr. McEachern, who was on the board. He gave me a really generous scholarship, which allowed me to go pursue a degree in political science. It's been 15 years since I graduated from OCS, and I am now the communications director for the House Financial Services Committee. Before that, I worked for the chairman of the committee, Jeb Henserling. There's no doubt that I would not be where I am today if it weren't for OCS and the teachers and the community and the way they value and prepare students. I'm not sure how a little girl from Arvilla ended up here, but I thank the Lord every day that I am.
Sarah's mother, Leslie, and her husband, Tom, graduated 3 from OCS, and now Leslie has stayed around and is the principal of our elementary program. Thank you, Leslie. We continue to make improvements in our academics. This year, we switched to a unified testing program that will allow us to coordinate from grade to grade, subject by subject. We want to make sure that the progression of learning is following the proper scope and sequence that will result in a more robust college preparatory learning community. We've set new standards for academic success this year. 24 of our 36 3rd through 8th grade students who entered the ACSI Math Olympics qualified for the area meet on February the 17th. Out of 23 schools, large and small, of the 23 schools participating, only 2 other schools are sending more representatives than OCS. This is the first time in the history of our school that this many students have qualified for this area event. Silver to gold. I'd like now to make 2 very significant announcements. We are investing in people to improve our school-wide academic success. We are appointing Penny Hayes, currently our English department head, as our Dean of Academics. Her new duties will begin this summer, and she will act as the teacher leader and curriculum coordinator of the school. She's served in this role at other schools and is now stepping up to the plate to join the executive leadership team. Thank you, Penny. We're also initiating a nationwide search for a director of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. This person will provide extensive focus and expertise managing our current science and math programs while we prepare to expand into advanced technology programs in the future. Please be in prayer for these 2 new roles and the people God is calling to serve in these roles. As a parent partner in this private Christian school who accepts no money from the government, you must bear the cost of our program in the form of fees and tuition. Our school board continues to hold me to high levels of accountability and frugality while making the necessary changes to see improvements in your child's educational environment. In addition, we must always remember that costs are rising and our obligations are never static. The board of directors has carefully considered the improvements that have been discussed tonight, projections for inflation, and my request for a much-needed increase in staff and teacher salaries. After discussion, investigation, and again, much prayer, they have approved a new fee and tuition schedule to be effective for the 2017-2018 school year. Your total base cost, now reflected in tuition alone, will increase in a range from $46 to $59 per month per child. Details are coming forth. We are restructuring our payment process to ease the increase and encourage early enrollment in the next month. This represents a pretty significant change in the way we do business, and I need you to pay attention as I introduce our new structure. We are eliminating the one-time re-enrollment fee that used to be due at the time that you turned in your forms. The $450 amount was usually due on top of your ongoing monthly tuition. We heard from you that the higher one-time amount made it difficult at times. So the fee is no longer necessary for you to make a commitment and promise to the school for the coming year. Your word is good enough with us. But let me be clear, total costs are not going down by the $450, but are being absorbed into tuition, allowing you to spread the fee based on your preferred payment method. All right. Re-enrollment begins this week on Wednesday. Over to my left, your right, is a table with the infamous red envelope and your name on it. We are asking that you return the enclosed form with your signature promise to a semester of tuition with payments beginning in June. We are also instituting a series of inducements and penalties to encourage you to make your commitment soon. And just as a teaser, it's possible for a family of a high school student to receive up to $533 on their annual tuition cost if they take advantage of the incentives we are offering. Here we go. If you re-enroll your child by returning your tuition commitment contract between February 1st and March 1st, we will provide you an early enrollment credit of $200 per family. From March the 2nd to May the 31st, your enrollment will be processed with a commitment contract to hold a place open for your child next year. But there will be no bonus or incentive. After May 31st, two events will occur. There will be a late enrollment fee of $400 per family. Second, more importantly, your child will be placed in the enrollment wait pool along with new student applicants. If you enroll after May 31st, we will not be able to guarantee a place for your student. We're providing a 3% discount if you pay your total annual tuition by June 1st. We are providing a 1% discount if you pay a semester at a time before June 1st or January the 2nd. So why are we doing this? Well, it's really a matter of commitment and trust. We trust you to make a commitment to the school, so we are no longer asking for the re-enrollment fee up front. But our teachers trust us to make commitments to them for the coming year. So we are asking you to commit early. This process and the prayerful submission of your re-enrollment contract will bring our entire operation more in line with a stable operation based on mutual trust and commitment. Okay? The new tuition schedule, re-enrollment contract, and instructions are all prepared for you to my left, your right at the table. This is your chance to get a jump on the process. Please pick up your packet before you leave tonight. Thank you so much for your time and attention. As you can see, I wrote this speech. As I hope it wasn't too boring, but I needed to say some things to you. This is the state of the school, right? The state of the school is strong. Our children are thriving here in a way that may never have been seen in the 25 years of OCS. I can't tell you the number of stories. I could tell you the number of stories, but I'd keep you here another hour. Every day, it's another thing that happens that tells us our children love God and love people. And there's no place on this earth that I would rather be than Ovilla Christian School. Thank you for your time and attention. On behalf of the teachers, on behalf of the staff, and can we give our teachers a hand, please? If you're a teacher, stand up. If you're a teacher, stand up. Let's give them another round. On behalf of the Board of Directors, we ask that you prayerfully make the best decision for your family. We can't wait to see your child next fall, to see how much they grew over the summer. We can't wait to hear where you took them for summer vacation. And we can't wait to continue this journey with you. May God bless your family, and may God bless Ovilla Christian School. Good night.
God is my shepherd, I won't be wanting, I won't be wanting. He makes me rest in fields of green.